This is the rhythm of the.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Star Flames, and we're back with another video. In this video guys, we're gonna talk about what many of you guys have been telling me and you're begging me to make a video on it, Star. Talk about it. What's your point of view? What's your take? Because many of you guys believe that Sean Diddy Combs basically sent Kim Kardashian a stern and direct warning. Get me out of here or else, I'm gonna reveal all of y'all business. No, I don't know, like where my subbies got that from, but the thing is that if Diddy did something like that, if he actually basically sent Kim Kardashian such a message, that would mean A, he's cooked and he knows he's gonna be doing some time behind bars and he's letting Kim Kardashian know ahead of time, you need to organize something so that when I get sentenced, I'm given a pardon, because the pardon can only be given after he has been sentenced, not during trial, because he hasn't been convicted of anything as yet, but we know that he's going to be convicted of things because the evidence is so strong. So we know that there's going to be a conviction. You can't be out here trafficking a woman, sexually assaulting her, abusing her, outwarding her, selling her, extorting her mom and her dad, and nothing not come out of it. So we know he's definitely going to do some time. So it means that he's also anticipating that he's going to be doing some time behind bars, and he's still being delusional, thinking that, hey, if I just send Kim Kardashian the threats, then Kim is going to get me out of here because she's going to be scared of me revealing details about her possible involvement in all of that jazz. Now, this is the thing I believe that we need to realize when it comes to these things. We see Diddy going down. Diddy's only going down because he's a black man. If you look at Hollywood, under rare circumstance, you'll find a lighter brighter going down like Harvey Weinstein. They cook up Harvey Weinstein downfall so good. The man did not even have balls, and they lied saying that the man has balls. And I'm talking about literal, we're not talking about when someone has guts, strength, or bravery. His scrotum had to be amputated because of gangrene, and it was done many years ago, maybe over 20 years ago or 15. But with the takedown of Harvey Weinstein, people were saying, women were accusing him of, him wanting them to do something to his scrotum. So you can see that Harvey Weinstein takedown was so orchestrated. Make no mistakes. I'm not saying that he's not a jerk. I'm not saying he's not a pig. But if you look at how they lied on him, and because that lie would be like a huge blunder, because he has his medical record to prove that his scrotum was amputated many years ago, over 10 years ago, but that was still used as evidence against him. And that is why, he was granted a retrial, because a lot of the information was not factual. So I'm just saying that Diddy's downfall, it is strategic, it has been carefully orchestrated, and as such, and that's why you see them basically just picking around and see who to take down. When people are of lighter, brighter, when they are of old money, they're never held accountable for anything. And when they're held accountable, it means that they have something that a group of people want, and those group of people are determined to get it from them by any means necessary. So, as such, he could be sending out 1 million or 2 bad signals to Kim Kardashian and her family. Kim is not going to help Diddy, not even when he is sentenced and serving time behind bars. She's not going to do it because she knows that if she does it, people will be looking at her sideways like, oh, so you guys are really in waist deep. Because remember, there was a point in time that Krisjenner sent her daughter, Khloe Kardashian, on tour with Diddy. Khloe was Diddy's tour manager. Can you imagine? And you're telling me that Khloe was so good, she gained so much knowledge, a wealth of experience, and you have being a Diddy's tour manager under your belt and you never got another tour manager job, honey, I don't know, but I feel like that was no tour manager situation. I feel as though that could have been, because we don't know, allegedly, another possible situation of Krisjenner allegedly selling another one of her girl child allegedly. And in this case, it could be Diddy, because how is it that Chloe went on an entire tour with Diddy? Bad Boys for Life. And at that point, Bad Boys was a cream of the cream, creme de la creme. Hot. Everyone wanted to be a part of it. And Chloe got in so easy to her manager. I think, something else happened there. So I'm just saying, it's not as though there is no connection between Diddy and the Kardashian clan. There are too many examples to count. Whether they were just networking together, because they're not going to show us their crimes up front and center. They're not going to put their crimes in our faces. They're going to put the part that makes it seem as though it's all network connecting. Diddy came on Chloe's show, and then Chloe is Diddy's tour manager. Like, come on. That's so suspicious. And then years later, as the year passes, we see the connection getting tighter. Corey Gamble, Kim Porter, Corey Gamble and Diddy, Corey Gamble and Kris Jenner. Kris Jenner, was caught having a situation where she basically told Diddy, thanks for sending that, gal over. What's her name? Val. Yeah, her, Val. She seems to have her shit together, as though Diddy is always sending over some kind of girl. And when you go back and you look at Kanye West and Cheney Jones, no disrespect to Cheney, but Cheney met Kanye through Diddy. So something has to be going on there. There's an entire trafficking ring going on there, in my opinion. And this is why I say, do not be surprised, even if you see Ye getting subpoenaed for this Sean Diddy Combs trial. Some people think that the statement is ridiculous, but it all does in fact connect. And as time passes, things are going to come out. But I believe that the Kardashians have already bought their way out through the system, the elitist system. And that system, it is controlled, it is owned, it is operated by the people who controls the legal system, the prison system, because once you're of old money, that's the protection you get. Kim Kardashian and her family, they are of old money. A lot of people out here still owes Robert Kardashian a favor or few. Robert Kardashian ensured that he set up the girls with a string of protection legally, which many people are not paying attention to. A lot of things Robert Kardashian ensured he did for those girls. Kim and her sisters had powerful people in their lives ever since they were born, and those powerful people, they still exist today. They're still friends with them. If you look at the mess that Kim has done through Hollywood, even in her early career, and she hasn't been held accountable in terms of serving time behind bars. She might have been given a traffic ticket here or there. If you guys remember the entire situation with Ray J, mom's money, the credit card, they did pay it off, and a agreement was signed, which means that Ray J's mom cannot come and take any further legal actions against them. If you look at Kim Kardashian Ruined My Life, Kim allegedly, based on what David Libenson had shared, Kim basically tricked him and robbed him out of his business. He came back, he was talking about it a lot, and then he said that he got an offer from Kim Kardashian, and he refused the offer because he's saying that's low, because you robbed my business and you ruined my life, and you were making millions a day off my business that you stole from me, and what you're now offering me is not acceptable. And then we haven't heard anything from David Libenson, which is giving a sense that Kim gave him a better offer for an NDA. But that's not bad, because while it was bad, at the end of the day, he did got what he was looking for, it seems. So my point is, there's always some kind of ring and a string of connection. The alleged money laundering through Kris Jenner's church, the connection to Diddy and Lou Taylor, Kris Jenner being besties with Lou Taylor. They're like sisters. And Lou Taylor used to be Sean Diddy Combs' manager. So there's definitely a string of connection there. It all connects. You guys better believe that it all connects one way or the other. And Lou Taylor her business came up in quite a few lawsuits that were filed against Diddy. So it is not highly unlikely or highly impossible for, Diddy to send Kim Kardashian a kill notice like, listen, honey, when I get sentenced, you better work on getting me pardoned. Because it is possible that he did it, but Kim cannot get Diddy out of trial. She cannot. The program that Kim does is for inmates who have already been incarcerated and serving time behind bars. So maybe Diddy could have sent something to Kim along the lines of, listen, here's what I want you to do. I know I'm going to go down, but after the first 2 years, you better work on getting me out. You better get me out of there after the first year or after the first 2 or 3 years or whatever it may be. So it is possible that something like that was sent to her, through some means or methods. But at this point in time, Kim cannot do anything to the trial. She cannot influence the trial. While she has power, there are some bigger powers at play here with this Sean Diddy Combs trial, okay? So she cannot influence this. But can she influence getting him out of jail when he's sentenced? I don't think that is a territory that Kim would even want to venture into, knowing what is going on, knowing that there's some bigger heads here at play. I don't think Kim even wants to get close, and I think that they have long cleared their names from this situation. I think that they're so in the clear that we're not even going to hear about them, not once during the trial. That's how cleared they are in this situation. But anywho, guys, I want to hear from you. What's your reaction to everything that I've stated in this video? What did you agree with that I've said? And what is it that you may think it's half true, completely agree with, or partially disagree with? I want to hear from you, So leave your comment below. Give this video a big thumbs up, share. Do all you need to do on this video to support your girl. Peace.